Holland Town's sixth-year senior at Mississippi College. Realized this would be my last season of collegiate ball, and I want to make the most of it. First thing we talked about was, okay, what do I do well when I'm playing well? Probably 227, 228 when we started, not feeling athletic. Now I'm back down to about 215, 216. Ticked up, 2, 3 miles an hour in 3, 4 months, which is exciting. My strength is mental. It's in my head. I've never been the most talented player by any means. I think we talked about mentally have been the biggest thing for me. When you work this hard like we do, and you have the best preparation possible, it's easy to have that confidence going out there, and there's really no need to have anxiety about it. And that's just been the biggest thing for me, is knowing I'm a dog out there and just competing my ass off every time I go out there and trying to help my team win. That's really all it is. And throwing harder, having better stuff, looking better, is just part of it. If you're not pitching well, you're not really getting the innings or the appearances that you want. Be so good that they can't not put you in. Don't be afraid to ask for help. You can beat yourself to death looking at your video, comparing yourself to other people, but if you don't somebody look at it from a different perspective like we do, nothing's gonna change.
Okay, I'm here with Holland. Holland and I have been working together for about
Three,
probably four or
three, four
five
months, I
months,
think.
three
Yeah,
or four months, three
middle
or
of October maybe.
middle of October. Yeah, so about 4 months, I guess. A little bit longer than that, but lot of playing experience. Gamer, definitely eyeing professional ball, and you've just made a ton of strides. And so I just want to, talk about it a little bit. I'll start off by saying thank you for the work that you've put in.
Of course.
It's
Thank
been a
you for
pleasure
the
to work
guidance.
with you, and of course, and I'm excited to obviously continue to build on what we have built already. But just to kind of kick things off, introduce yourself, a little bit about who you are and where you're from, and where you play at, and then you can kind of dive into the conception of where you were at and where you're at now.
Yeah, so Holland Town's sixth-year senior at Mississippi College, Division II in the GSC, Gulf South Conference. Um, Right-handed pitcher, 6'3", 215. Realized this fall that, this would be my last season of collegiate ball, and I want to make the most of it. I had about 4 or 5 months that we're talking about that went over the break and into the season that were pretty crucial moments for my career, and figured I wanted to put myself, in the best hands possible to get that guidance. So like experience wise, walked onto a Division I my freshman year, then went to JUCO for 2 years, struggled the first year, had a good year the second year. Um, Walked onto a Division I again, terrible year, and then came to a Division II close to home. I'm from Ridgeland, Mississippi, so Clinton is 20-ish minutes away. It was a good spot for me. Loving it here. School's great. Um, Went to play quarterback in high school. Really didn't play much summer ball or baseball outside of high school ball growing up. Played a lot of football. And then getting to college, you could tell that I enjoyed it more. Like a lot of times I see guys that get to my age, they get into their fourth, fifth year, they get kind of burnt out because they played a lot when they were kids. But I'm at the point where it's like I didn't play that much baseball in high school and stuff. So it's like I've enjoyed it more every year. So become a little bit more passionate about it, which is obviously a great feeling. But also realizing that that time is limited. And so like working with you, I feel like we've done a good job of taking advantage of the finite time we had left to really take control of my career and try to play professionally next year. So
For sure. For sure. So let's kind of get into, I think initial focuses, we kind of went through like where you were at and just kind of like redefining who you were as a pitcher. But what were in your opinion, some of the things that you benefited from, you enjoyed, or just like the biggest opportunity areas that you had at the beginning to where we were able to capitalize on some of those and just see some initial strides and then, just kind of build into where you're at now?
yeah, so I think the first thing we talked about was, okay, what do I do well when I'm playing well? Which is simple, and we did a good job of doing simple better kind of. And I was probably 227, 228 when we started. Not like fat or anything, but like not feeling athletic. And I remember we threw my best, threw my hardest when I was about 213, 214, and now I'm back down to about 215, 216. So that's definitely felt a lot more athletic, felt quicker going down the mound. Ticked up, 2, 3 miles an hour in 3, 4 months, which is exciting. But at the same time, it's like my strength is mental, it's in my head. I've never been the most talented player by any means. Obviously, size helps, but the things we talked about mentally have been the biggest thing for me. Um, like you called me a gamer, thank you. There's been times in my career where I haven't been, and I've had like imposter syndrome and stuff. But when you work this hard like we do, and you know you have the best preparation possible, it's easy to have that confidence going out there, and there's really no need to have anxiety about it. Um, and that's just been the biggest thing for me is knowing I'm a dog out there and um, just competing my ass off every time I go out there and trying to help my team win. It's really all it is. And I mean, throwing harder, having better stuff, looking better is just part of it. It's just icing on the cake. So,
Lo-
um,
Love it. So what would you say to, you're in a unique spot,
yeah,
where talking to college guys, you're kind of like the Dennis Quaid in the locker room. That's a
yeah,
rough reference if you've ever seen that movie, but love that movie. But you've got a lot of experience, just over the last 5, 6 years. So what's something that you would say to like a younger version of yourself or just like a younger college guy that's looking to get to this point to where they're eyeing professional ball and, being the Friday guy and just like having a lot more opportunities to advance to the next level?
yeah. A lot of things I could say. First off, your baseball career is limited. It's finite. Every time you go out there, pitch like it's your last time to pitch. I would say that's the number one thing. And then, if you're not pitching well, you're not really getting the innings or the appearances that you want. Be so good that they can't not put you in. It's very blunt, but that helped me a lot earlier in my career when I wasn't pitching, wasn't playing as well. Um, if you're not getting in the game, do well in your bullpens, do well in live ABs, stuff like that. But the days fly by, 4, 5, 6 years, however many years you play college ball, take advantage of every one of them. Every second counts. But at the same time, still enjoy time with your friends, girlfriend, stuff like that, family. I mean, so it's balance for sure.
Well said. Well said. And so you know, that's pretty much it, man. You covered all the bases here. And I'm just super appreciative of you and the work that you put in and your receptiveness and setting an example, being a servant leader. And you're definitely one of the S tier guys that someone like myself loves to work with. So thank you again. And yeah, if you're watching this, make sure you check out Holland. You can give them a little Google search or check out Mississippi College. And hopefully, by the time you are watching this, however long down the road it is, you're playing somewhere professionally. So
Yeah. Okay.
that'd be dope.
And also, like, don't be afraid to ask for help. Like, basically, which is what this is. I mean, like, you can beat yourself to death looking at your video, comparing yourself to other people, but if you don't have it, somebody look at it from a different perspective like we do, and we are here, nothing's gonna change. So it's pretty huge too.
Awesome. Awesome. Good stuff, man. Well, thank you again. Appreciate it. And looking forward to seeing everything you got coming up. So thank you.